Thanks, Jenny. Do me a favor, give her a hand again, please. I get paid to do this. I do it all the time. Jenny does not. So, Jenny, thank you for sharing your story. And I know it's not easy, so thank you for that. I will say congratulations also on your accomplishment. And it's a very big deal. You take pride in that. And I do want to say to all of you, I want to thank you for being here and for what we're embarking on as a city. And what I mean by that is, it's very, very important for us as a city. We have the second largest community college system in the United States of America. It used to have a graduation rate at 7%, the worst in America. Now the good news is, since we've redesigned it towards a more focused on the parallel paths of the most diversified economy in the United States, which is the city of Chicago, so each school is focused on the sector that's going to grow the most and create the most jobs. Malcolm X is focused on healthcare. Wright is focused on IT. Kennedy King, culinary hospitality. Richard J. Daley, advanced manufacturing. I think you get the basic program. So going through the whole diversity without going there. But the main part was to bring industry into the curriculum. And not to design the curriculum so the people that are actually doing the hiring know exactly what's happening at that school and they're comfortable hiring. Now, in the end of the day, what really Jenny said, and which is so important for all of us, look, when I graduated, what I had was Sarah Lawrence. It had a value associated with it. My parents clearly thought it had a value associated with it because they paid it. But let's be honest in this room. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, if somebody walked in like Jenny and said, Wilbur Wright Community College, would your HR department say, please have a seat, or say, we'll call you back? And you know the answer to that question. Today, because of 1 million degrees and the community colleges and their reputation, which the World Bank now calls the community college system in the city of Chicago, the best college-to-career program in the United States of America. And the whole goal is to give value, so when a person comes out from Harold Washington, Malcolm X, Truman, Wright, it has the same value that Sarah Lawrence or Northwestern had for me and every one of the schools that we went to. And so that the employers know exactly what's happening at the school and with the curriculum, but more important than that, that Jenny can walk in and then go right to UIC, right into a job market and set a new standard for all of us. Now, I do believe 1 million degrees and the community colleges are running shotgun together. And that's exactly what's happening. We have, I don't know if you know this, at the city of Chicago, it's a thing called the Chicago Star Scholarship. If you get a B average in high school, community college in the city of Chicago, the only city, is free in the United States of America. It's the only program. And it's also the only program, if you keep the B average, keep it. So B average in high school, free. And as I like to try to tell my kids, there's nothing lower than free. You can't beat that. You try every day, but you can't beat it. If you keep the B average at community college, every university in the city of Chicago, every university offers you somewhere between 25% to 50% off of tuition. You can go to college in Chicago for a year of cost. And I fundamentally believe it is wrong to have a parent try to figure out how to take a second job or a second mortgage to give their children a shot at the American dream. It is absolutely wrong to do that. Every one of us sitting in this room, every one of us, have two things in common: the love of our parents and a good education. The idea that parents should be going in, and we do a rally all the time with the recipients of the Chicago Star Scholarship. There's a lot of things I've done in public policy and public life. I have never seen the parents and the joy in their eyes, because they are literally left with a Solomon-like decision which child should go to college and which should delay. That is a fundamentally unfair question to put to parents. It is wrong. And with 1 million degrees, the community colleges, and with what we're offering with the Chicago Star Scholarship, parents do not have to face the false choice between picking between children. Now, what the city of Chicago is moving towards, and I want everybody to see this, I absolutely believe that the educational system of a kindergarten through high school is oh so 20th century. We're moving to a pre-K to college model. You have to start earlier and go longer in life to succeed in the 21st century. We live in a time where you earn what you learn. It's that simple. Those are the rules. But nobody's updated the educational system to meet that goal. But the city of Chicago is. We've expanded pre-K full day by 70% in the last 7 years. And by 2019, to graduate high school in the city of Chicago, which is what we are doing and helping, you must have a letter from acceptance, college, community college, a branch of the armed forces, or a trade school. Everybody will have a post-high school educational plan just like our children do. It's essential for their success. And I'll tell you one anecdote, and I'm going to get in entire trouble here at home. Could you not tell Amy? It would really help me out, okay? The truth is, and this gives you an anecdote of what we all do, because what 1 Million Degrees is doing is what we do as family. On Sunday, I ran the 5K in Englewood. I was on my way to then go to yoga, and I called Amy. I said, when I come home, I'll take a shower, let's go to brunch. She goes, I can't. I go, why? She goes, I'm busy. I said, well, what are you doing? It's Sunday. She goes, I'm working on the Russian paper. I won't say which child. I go, great. Looks like our being empty nesters is really working great. You're now doing college papers. Now, don't worry, I'll make an omelet at home. What 1 Million Degrees does is provide the support that we as individuals, as parents, provide our children. It steps into, think of Jenny's point. She's the first in her family not only graduate high school, but then go to college. You have no idea how much support, both explicit and implicit, that we give our children, both the application process, the success once they get there, the adjustments they get there. If you have never done that, and nobody else in your family has ever done that, you're in uncharted territory. And take a page out of your own experience, and then realize all the checkpoints along the way that you do to provide support for your child or a friend of your family's. And that is exactly what 1 Million Degrees does. It provides the essential support to make sure that Jenny, who's the first in her family to go to community college, then go on to college, and then have a professional career, that support all along the way that we do for our own children, 1 Million Degrees is doing for the children of the city of Chicago. And we will be a success when we realize and fundamentally understand the basic premise. They may not be your individual children, but these are the children of the city of Chicago. Therefore, they're our children. And our community college system, for the first time, is as valuable to the economic prosperity and their success as UIC, DePaul, Loyola, Sarah Lawrence, Northwestern, U of C have been for us. And if we do what we do, focus on the fact that we don't have a person to waste in the 21st century, we will succeed as a city. And I just have one message for London, New York, Berlin, and Beijing. Watch out, Chicago's coming for you. Thank you.